As you surely know by now, how we feel about ourselves only comes from our own thoughts, even when it seems like it's coming from outside of ourselves. It might, for example, seem like the way someone treated us badly when we were younger is what makes us like ourselves less today. But in reality, it's the thoughts we have about the way they treated us when we were younger that do. And when I say that, I don't mean to belittle your past experiences, and I certainly don't mean to make you feel bad about making yourself feel bad. Instead, I'm trying to shine a light on what I hope is a very uplifting fact: that the only thing that needs to change in order for your feelings to change is your thoughts. And that, of course, is what we've been trying to do throughout this whole course. But as you might remember, your thoughts aren't just the thoughts that you are aware of, your conscious thoughts. You also have tons of thinking going on in your unconscious that you have no direct control over. You can, however, influence your unconscious thinking over time. And a very good way to do that is to make conscious choices that shows your unconscious what it should be focusing on and thinking about. And while there are thousands of such choices we can make, maybe even more, there's one guiding principle that will keep you on track to healthy self-esteem, no matter what the choice is about. And that is to always show yourself that you're worth it. Showing yourself that you're worth it means to make the kind of decisions for yourself that you would make for someone you love more than anything or anyone else. It means to treat yourself well, to make the choices that will benefit you mentally, physically, socially, and so on. To prioritize yourself, to set boundaries, to practice self-care, and whatever else makes sense to you. In short, to show yourself love and respect and take the best care of yourself that you can. When you do, you won't just benefit from all these healthy decisions, but you'll also show all of the processes in your unconscious mind that you are someone that you value highly. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be making these kinds of loving decisions for yourself. Does that make sense? The only thing we have to keep in mind when we do this is that treating ourselves this way doesn't always mean we should just give in to every temptation, to eat ice cream for dinner every day just because it's yummy, to watch TV instead of exercising because it's easier, to not go to work today because we're tired, and so on. Demonstrating to ourselves that we're worth it also includes building the life that we want for ourselves. It often means to be disciplined in the moment so that we can have more of what we want in the future. And here's a simple way to find the right balance for this. Think of yourself as someone you've been hired to take care of. Your job is to give this person support, encouragement, appreciation, but also help this person build the kind of life that's perfect for them. If you do the job well, your payment will be all the things that you dream of being and having. And if you do the job poorly, you'll still have to keep doing the job, and your payment will be a bunch of the things you don't want. When we demonstrate the kind of love for ourselves that seeks to do what we know are the right things to do for us, our self-esteem will grow. Our unconscious starts looking for proof that we're worth the love and effort we're making. It starts making us aware of opportunities to treat ourselves well, and its thinking, even about our past, tends to start changing for the better. So how do we do this in practice? Well, here's a simple exercise to get you started. Take some time to think about what choices you make regularly that do not prioritize yourself. Choices that you make either because they're easier than what you know you should do, or where you prioritize others of yourself just because you think anything else would be selfish, or even habits you have that you know aren't serving you and your life in the big picture. Choose one or two of the things you come up with to start out, and decide what a more self-loving choice would be. Then, break your old pattern and make that choice or do those things. And keep doing them until they become habits and feel natural. It might be uncomfortable at first, especially if it involves other people, but that's just your old thinking trying to get you to do the things in the same ways that you've always done them. Don't listen to that, because doing the things the way you've always done them will only get you the results you've always gotten. So step outside of your comfort zone and do one or two things a day that don't seem too scary or uncomfortable. Once you start feeling comfortable with those, take one or two more. then keep going until you have replaced all of your low self-esteem habits and choices with new ones that show your unconscious that you're worth it, that you value yourself highly. And if you need any help with breaking free from the habits of people-pleasing, becoming more comfortable saying no, and similar things, go check out my assertiveness course where I talk about that in more detail.